Hi, and thanks for clicking onto my video. In this clip, we're just going to have a look at some of the helmets that I've got in my collection. These are all World War II original shells. I picked these up at military affairs, eBay, things like that, and with the intention of restoring them and making them look like the wartime examples. If any of you know military or collect German World War II military, particularly helmets, you'll know how much the original ones are to buy. They're a lot of money. So the next best thing, I think, is to find the shells and do them up yourself. There are repro examples out there, but personally I don't think any of them's any good. The colours are always glossy and the decals are cheap. You cannot really age them up. So this is what I prefer to do. They are getting more difficult to find now, and they are getting a little bit more expensive. So I'm glad I've got these ones and some others that I'll review as single features in later videos. What I'll do is I'll just go around them and chat about each one as I come round. This is an M40. I've done it single decal SS with a slight rough texture, sort of mid grey-green colour. It's a Q62. I can't pronounce the German manufacturer name, but yeah, it looks quite good. Slight just aging up effect. I've worn this one for reenactment. I've had this one for quite some time. As you can see, the liner looks nicely worn now. That's a rebro. It was a good quality rebro. Like I say, just doing a little bit of work on it and stuff like that to bring that to life, and that looks good. The one behind it is the later M42 shell, which hasn't got the rolled edge. It's got just like the sharp edge. I've done that sort of rough texture with a camouflage green and tan. With some heavy wear, I've got a wire basket on, and I've replicated where the wire basket is won't chip the paint and stuff like that, and I've aged up the decal quite a lot there as well. It looks pretty good. You see, these look brilliant on a display on a shelf or like for reenactment, things like that. This one is an M40, and if you look on the side, it's been Luftwaffe and the decal's been removed. I don't know why, but you do find them like that now. Now this one as well, when I got it, you can't see it, but it was there. There was a decal on there. In good light, you can see where it's been applied. So that, if that's real, that would make that a double decal M40, which is extremely rare because they discontinued the double decals when the M40 shell was sort of coming out, and they just went to a single decal. So to find them with 2-1, they're worth a lot of money and they're really difficult to find. So I'll do a little bit more research on that. I'll leave that as it is because it's original paint, and I'll just source an original liner and chin strap if I can. If not, just get good quality rebros. Which brings us on to this one. This one is really rare and difficult to find now. It's an M35. Now the difference with these one is the air vent was like a popped in separate part, whereas on the M40s it was stamped into the shell itself. To find these in good condition or to restore is really difficult to do now. So I'm glad I got this one. I painted it myself some years ago. I'm not sure where to take this one, like with decals and stuff. I've been tempted to strip the paint off it and do it apple green, things like that. But that is immaculate shell. There was no work needed on that one. And it's just absolutely amazing. And I'll just come back to that at a later date when I decide what to do. This one I picked up really cheap. I only paid £15 for this. It's an M40. But if you look inside, it was really bad. The outside was just like the inside. It was painted like a really horrible gloss grey. So what I've done, I just mixed up some paint and put a bit rough texture on it just to see how it sits and what it looks like. I can always remove it and redo it. I'd like to see, I'm not sure what I want to do with this one. It's got no stamps or anything inside, so I can do anything I want with it really. So I'll come back to that at a later stage as well. I could go Normandy cam on this one, or I've got winter cam, I've got Africa core. It's just have a variation of all kinds of examples in the war, like the helmet cams and stuff and colours. The other thing when you we storm these as getting the correct colour. Now, I don't get too hung up on that. There's factory serial numbers for paint, and some companies claiming they've got the exact paint and stuff like that, but almost every lid I've seen, you never seem to get two colours the same. So what I do is I just mix what I think roughly looks good. I add different sort of colours to it, and then I just go off what my eye thinks, and if it looks good, I'll just leave it. The ones I've done in the past, I have stripped back down because I wasn't happy with it. But it's easy done if you know what you're doing. Now, this one came with the liner band. Now, this is an original liner band. And you can see the remnants of the paint that was all over that helmet. Inside and out, it was all painted this gloss grey. It was really horrible. But that's an original band. And last night, whilst looking at it, if I can find it, I don't know if you can see, but there's a date on there, 1940, and I'll do a little bit of work on that and hopefully bring out the manufacturer's mark as well. So that's a nice early war M40 shell right there. So there you go. I'll just let that focus back in. So that's just some of the helmets I've got in my collection. I have got some others, but I'll do single features on them ones. This just give you an example of what you can do with them. If you ever thinking of going down this road, feel free to contact me and I'll give you any tips I can. Like I say, I'm no expert at any of this. I'm always learning myself. I don't know everything about them. I'm always finding out new stuff. But it's a fun thing to do, very interesting, and it's nice when people comment on them. And it makes it all worthwhile. I would never sell these off as originals, and I'm by no means into anything Nazi or far right or anything like that. It's just purely for historical, military warfare, whatever you want to call it. It's just a collection and an interest. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Look forward to doing some more videos. See you next time. Bye.